Alright, so this is going to be my video for WWE's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view that was yesterday. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen either another video on YouTube here, or you actually tuned in to see the pay-per-view. So you guys have a good grip of exactly what happened last night. So I'm not going to get into full detail of what happened. I'm sorry that I got this video out so late. I've been trying to get my phone fixed for the past like 3 hours, and it didn't work, so I'll see exactly what goes on there, but that's for another story for another day. Two things before I start. Number one, I want to say congratulations to the San Francisco Giants, who defeated the Detroit Tigers in the World Series yesterday, swept them, Game 4, to win their second championship in 3 years, so congratulations to them. And the second thing, I am thinking about each and every one of you guys who's being affected by Hurricane Sandy that's coming in either today or tomorrow, if it hasn't come in already. I was in one of my classes today, and from what I heard, it either already hit or it's currently hitting now. So I just want to let you guys know that you guys are in my thoughts and everything, and I just want to get that out there before I started the video. So without further ado, let's get into this. I'm not going to get into full detail of what happened. I'm probably just going to say, who beat who, or, the match in general or something. So, you guys already got a good glimpse of what happened on the pre-show. John Cena on the AJ scandal. He challenged The Rock for another match at that pay, and then he beat up Dolph Ziggler. So, we all know exactly what happened there. Kind of buried Dolph Ziggler for today, but whatever. I've gotten to the actual show. Alberto Del Rio versus Randy Orton was your first match of the night. It was okay. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say it was a bad match. A lot of people actually did say it was kind of a bad match. They screwed up a good 2-3 times. Orton was being focused on. His arm was being focused on throughout the entire match, and it became a big factor in who won the match. But it doesn't matter anyway, because Randy Orton countered the Enziguri with an RKO and got the win over Alberto Del Rio. Pretty nice counter, but that was kind of the only really major thing that happened in this match. I thought Del Rio should have won the match because he has not won a pay-per-view match this year, and I thought this one would be the perfect one. Randy Orton did not need to go over in this match, but they let him go over anyway, so to judge. So that's that. The next match we had the WWE. I have it written down, so that's why I'm reading it right off. The WWE
Tag Team Championships on the line. Kane and Daniel Bryan versus Team Rhodes Scholars. Team Hell No versus Team Rhodes Scholars. Honestly, I thought this match should have been on Raw, because this match it wasn't sticking out, but then again, it was a kind of a tag team match, and WWE's kind of not too fond of their tag teams right now. Even though they're trying to build it up, a lot of people are saying that they are built up, but in my eyes, yesterday, from what I saw last night, I felt that was a Raw match. That was a match that should have been on Monday Night Raw. Team Rhodes Scholars ends up getting the win by disqualification. You guys already know about that. Kane and Daniel Bryan argue after the match, blah, blah, blah. We know the drill. Sorry if it feels like I'm just out of it today. I'm just so angry with Sprint and everything. Just so angry. The third match of the night was the Intercontinental Championship. Kofi Kingston versus The Miz. Kofi Kingston wins with a Trouble in Paradise. Kind of predictable. It gives The Miz now more chances to go do something more in the main event. Maybe he could go do some stuff with Punk, do some stuff with Ryback, help Ryback get over a little bit more. If he isn't over with the crowd already. Maybe he could go do something with Cena again. That'd be cool. That'd be cool to see him and Cena again. So I hope The Miz actually gets pushed a lot more after this. So yes. Then after that, we had an impromptu United States Championship match. Like I said, we were going to have Antonio Cesaro versus Justin Gabriel. Antonio Cesaro gets the win with a neutralizer. Okay match here. I've never really been the biggest fan of Justin Gabriel. I know a lot of people actually are, just like a lot of people are fans of Tyson. We all know my opinions on Tyson Kidd. I don't like the guy. I feel he's very overrated, but IWC Obviously doesn't think so. Like I said, your winner's Antonio Cesaro.
All the matches up to this point have been okay. I mean, okay. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say they were amazing. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say they were terrible. I would give it an average score. I'd give it a C so far.
Then the fifth match we had Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara versus the Primetime Players. If the crowd could not have chanted boring during this match, because that's exactly what I was feeling. I felt this match was boring, it was pointless. I wasn't feeling it from the get-go. I don't know why. I don't think maybe it was because it was coming on right before the World Heavyweight Championship match that I decided to kind of tune out of it, because that's how impromptu the match was, how surprised I was with the match. And like I said, Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio get the win. Hit Darren Young or something with the 619. That was it. Then we had, by the way, if I was to tell you that Sheamus and Big Show was the best match of the night, would you just call me crazy, or would you just call it a terrible pay-per-view? You could be the judge on that one. The sixth match of the night was the World Heavyweight Championship, Sheamus versus the Big Show. I felt this match was actually very good for two big guys who you wouldn't think at all because of the build-up. It's like, oh god, we're gonna have another terrible World Championship match. But no, actually, it was actually very good. Big Show and Sheamus actually had some very good chemistry together. They worked very good together. I don't know if it was because they're both big guys and they're both kind of talented. Well, Sheamus is talented. Big Show's just kind of a big guy, and we all know what Vince thinks about big guys. I don't know if that was the case. I don't know exactly what happened here, but it was a good match. It was very good. It was definitely the match of the night. So if you want to just watch a good match, I guess you could just watch this one. It had me on the edge of my seat. Well, then again, off of what I was not being spoiled from, because I was watching with another few other people. But and their streams were very ahead of mine, so that's that. Your winner actually here is the Big Show. We have a new World Heavyweight Champion. He gets the win with the knockout punch. Fair enough. I expected something like Sheamus winning and Dolph Ziggler cashing in, but then I had to think about how Dolph Ziggler was basically buried before the night even started, so okay, that's fine. I have a huge headache too, so sorry. Seventh match of the night, Divas Championship. Eve versus Layla versus Caitlyn. All I literally wrote down was Eve wins via, and I totally don't even realize, I don't even know how she won. Eve wins, that's how you guys gotta know. Then we had the last match of the night. The WWE Championship on the line, CM Punk defending against the monster Ryback inside Hell in a Cell. To be honest, it was an okay match. I mean, I shouldn't expect a lot from a Ryback match, and that's what a lot of people have actually been saying on here. I shouldn't expect a lot out of a Ryback match, but for the standards of a Ryback match, this match was pretty good. Out of a CM Punk match, this was very sloppy, but I guess we'll use Ryback here since he's kind of the underdog, I guess you could say, in this sort of competition we had here. So I would go off of his standards and say it was a good match. We get the Punk, like I said, gets the. I don't think I said that. Punk gets the win here off of a terrible referee screw job off of what the hell's his name, Brad Maddox, the guy who AJ almost fired about 2-3 weeks ago. Almost fired because he messed up the main event or something. I don't even remember, but yeah, he was the referee during this match, and he hit Ryback with a low blow. Punk freaking rolls him up, gets the win, and that was that. And then Punk starts running away. He tries to run. The cage doors collapse. You guys know exactly what happened with that. Basically, Ryback ends it with a shell shot on the top of the cell. And he did the feed me more shit, so. Well, my thoughts on the match. Like I said, I thought the match was pretty good. The ending was where I thought it lost a lot of points because a lot of people are like, oh, we got a screw job finish. Some like it, some don't. I honestly don't, and it's only for one simple reason, and it's I feel that screw job endings have been running their course. I think we've had so many of them to the point where they're non-believable, if you guys know what I mean. I'm not trying to put this in layman's terms, But that's just honestly what I feel. I feel like this screw job ending it didn't do it for me. It honestly didn't. Like, I saw him hit the low blow, and I'm like, huh? And then I realized, oh, it's Brad Maddox. Wow. That was a shocker. I don't know. Off of last year's Hell in a Cell, where The Miz and R-Truth would end up getting arrested last year, and The Miz actually be losing the Intercontinental title tonight, and R-Truth not even being on the show. You know, it's definitely a difference between 1 year, so you can't really tell exactly what happens, exactly in 1 year. But moving on back to the screw job ending, I might make a separate video on this where screw job endings and everything, but to get a little glimpse of what I might talk about, I feel that screw job endings just have run their course. Like, they're just getting to that point where they're just not believable anymore. I don't know if it's the social media thing where they're basically publicizing that WWE's fake. They're not even letting it be a secret anymore. And, they're not doing that anymore. They're basically coming out with it saying, hey, we're fake wrestling, like that. So I don't know if it's that, maybe, and that might throw a lot of people off now. It's like, oh, well, why should we believe any of the storylines anymore? But I think that's just another story for another day. I think I might make a separate video on that. But overall, the show was average. I'm not going to hit on it. I'm not going to bash it any more than it should be, because I think the pay-per-view can speak for itself when it says that it was pretty bad. The Ryback thing at the end, it did what WWE wanted to do, and that was to keep Ryback looking strong and keep Ryback, I guess you could say, taken in the main event picture. So if that was the plan out of this entire show, then I think WWE did it. I think Ryback is actually... I don't think he's a legitimate main eventer yet. I'm going to say he's more of an upper mid-carder. But I think if WWE uses him right, I think he could be a main eventer one day. Maybe, well, not even maybe. He's not as good as Goldberg, but to that as it is, I think that's about it for right now. If I forgot anything, I'll put it down in the description. I'm sorry, I feel like so out of it. I'm so pissed off because of my phone, but that's another story. That's a totally personal, different topic, so that's not to be shared on here. So leave me your thoughts on everything down in the comments below. What you guys think about Hell in a Cell? Did you guys think it passed? Did you think it failed? I think it maintained that grade the entire time. I think it's still a C up to this day. So I don't think it was the best match. I don't think it was the best pay-per-view of all time, but off of this year, I think it's definitely in the top 10. But then again, I think we've only had 10, so kind of lowers the standards a little bit. We got Survivor Series coming up in about a month or so that's going to be nice to see. We'll see how long the Big Show holds his title for long, and we'll see. If I forgot anything, I'll leave it in the description. I am out. Perry the Entertainer signing out, and peace out. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll try to be happier in the next video, and I'll try to maintain my composure. Peace.